2021 is quickly fading into the sunset, so let's do a quick rewind and review the year's events. You're listening to Heartbeat from the Heart of Hospice. I'm Jerry Fenter, here with Helen Bauer.
Whether you're a family caregiver or an end-of-life professional, we're here to enhance your hospice experience by connecting you with information you can use about end-of-life care. Because we know how busy life can get, Heartbeat is designed to give you helpful information in a bite-sized format. We'd like to thank today's sponsor, Funeralocity.com. It's hard to think about researching funeral homes when you're faced with the loss of a loved one. Funeralocity can help. At no cost to you, Funeralocity gives you the ability to compare the prices and services of every funeral home and cremation provider in your area and provides you with vast resources to assist in the funeral planning process. Find out more at Funeralocity.com.
We're only a week away from the end of 2021.
I don't even know how that happened.
I'm not sure either, but it happened rather quickly. At least it seemed like it happened rather quickly.
I'm telling you, I don't know what I did for several months out of the year. But it's always a good idea to take an inventory of how things have been so you know where you're going.
Exactly. So how would you describe this past year? And no bad words.
No bad words. I've had personally something fantastic happen in my family, so.
Oh, yes, you have.
I do. I have a new grandbaby.
Your first grandbaby, right?
He's awesome. And the second one's on his way.
Oh, my goodness. She's not fit to live with.
I'm not. Do you need some pictures? I'll show you a picture.
Right. Show you all the pictures.
I don't know how I would describe this year. Challenging. I hate to use the word unprecedented because I've gotten to where I just hate to hear it. Between that and new normal, right. I want to.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Hammer something pointy into my ear. But yeah, I would say challenging.
Definitely.
And a time of a great deal of learning.
That's true. So let's kind of take a look at this from this perspective: the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The ugly. Okay.
Okay. So we'll actually do the good and the bad. The ugly, well, we'll let you decide on what's ugly.
What the ugly part was. Okay.
Right. So the bad part of it, here's what we would first say. Really, we just have to say COVID, and I think that pretty much describes all of it.
Pandemic, corona, virus.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So COVID is still a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. We're not done with it.
No, we're not. And there's more variations coming out all the time, it seems.
Staffing shortages for hospice agencies.
Oh, wow.
That's not new.
It's really not new, but it's worse.
Oh, it's worse and it's highlighted. It's just a huge issue. But here's something new that's weird and I find disturbing. Delay in starting hospice care has gotten worse. And unfortunately, it's not just because people are hesitant to embrace hospice philosophy, and it's not because referral sources like physicians and case managers and discharge planners don't know enough about hospice care. We are also, as agencies, having to put patients off.
Yes, because of staffing
shortages. Yeah. Waiting lists. Something I've never heard of in hospice before.
Nor have I. And that's just, once again, I want to use the word unprecedented. But it is. It's nothing that we've ever seen before.
No. We're not saying that waiting lists are happening everywhere with every hospice agency, but there are places it's happening.
Definitely. Okay, so let's talk about some good. Can we talk about anything good that happened? Yes, we can.
Please talk about something good.
Yeah, there are some advantages. So here's one of the things. We've learned, because of COVID and because of all these changes that have occurred and because of how challenging this situation has been this year, we've learned many things. We've learned to lean into changes because, believe me, there have been lots of changes this year.
You know it.
I think every one of us who work in hospice can testify to that. Things like waivers, PPE shortages, and all these kinds of things. Thankfully, the PPE shortage is getting better.
Yes.
But technology.
Yes. But you know what I say about technology? You know I'm going to throw this in.
Let's hear it.
Technology never takes the place of touch. Never does. But what I think we've done is we were forced to use technology to protect ourselves, our patients, our families, our personal families, and our communities. And what we've done is discover this untapped resource, remote technology, FaceTime, video conference calls, awesome stuff.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
And we're all getting more accustomed to using things like Zoom and FaceTime, and it's becoming almost a very natural part of what we do anymore.
Sure.
And that's not a bad thing. So here's something else. Hospice, through all of this pandemic, through all of the COVID issues that we've had, is still providing consistent quality care all this time. In the face of the pandemic, the staffing shortages, all of it, we are still able to do some amazing things in hospice.
I think we've sort of found our pace and our resiliency, is what I would say.
Right. Yeah, that's another good thing that's come out of this too, is that in the face of the challenges, we have risen up with resiliency.
Absolutely.
When you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, it can be challenging to find a funeral provider who will be a good fit for your needs. Funeralocity makes it easier. Through its Excellence Provider program, you can find funeral homes in your area, compare services and prices, and make the choice that works for you. Burial and cremation providers go through a rigorous vetting process to be accepted as an excellence provider. They commit to upholding the highest standards in business practices. Funeralocity provides full price transparency so you can compare prices and services with confidence. Funeralocity.com is a great resource for hospice professionals too. Its hospice portal offers resources for funeral planning, grief, and bereavement care, all at no charge. All you have to do is register on the Funeralocity website. Whether you're looking for the right funeral provider or supporting your patients and families as a hospice professional, Funeralocity provides all the information you need. It's the only site that has the prices of every funeral provider in America. Let Funeralocity.com help you and your family make the best choice for your funeral services. Now, back to today's episode.
So let's talk about the last year for the Heart of Hospice.
Sure.
What's it been like for us?
Well, we have met some incredible people. We've made some new connections. We've renewed some old connections. And it's been, I'll just say it this way, it's been fun.
It has been.
It
if
really
you can
has.
say that about end-of-life care, can we say that?
It's been fun to connect with people who are just as passionate about end-of-life care as we are.
One of the ways we've done that is to participate in different conferences. Again, we made the technology work for us. The industry did, and there were conferences offered with some amazing education opportunities, awesome things. We were privileged to be involved in the Texas-New Mexico Hospice Organization conference back in July. It was moved to the middle of the summer. And we were also so honored to be selected to present a talk for the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization's Interdisciplinary Conference, the IDC. So awesome. We loved it.
We did. It was done remotely. We actually recorded our presentation, and then it was replayed during the conference time frame. But we were just very, very thankful to be selected to present at the NHPCO conference, and we hope to do that again.
You know what else, though, Jerry? We're getting old.
What?
The Heart of Hospice is getting old. We have passed 100 full-length episodes, 100, and we're now in season 6. Season 6 of podcasting. That makes us the great-great-great-grandparents of the podcasting world. We're the old people.
It seems like it, yes. We're so thankful to have been in this place for so long and to be able to come into your podcast experience and talk to you about hospice, because our goal has always been to educate people about hospice so that the consumer who hears the knowledge that we share will have a better hospice experience at the end. We're also here to provide information for hospice professionals, particularly those who are new to hospice. We want them to have a full grasp of what hospice is really all about. We want them to know the hospice history. We want them to know hospice philosophy. We want them to understand what the IDT is all about. And we want them to know what it means to be a part of a team that does incredible work for people who are so close to the end of their life journey. And so we feel privileged to be able to do what we do and to have you to be part of this experience with us. So for all of you who have been listening to us for all these years, whether you've been a listener during all that time or you've only been listening to us for the past 2 weeks, we're glad to have you along for this experience and on this journey.
Thanks for listening to Heartbeat from the Heart of Hospice. I'm Helen Bauer with Jerry Fenter. Because we know your hospice journey is 24/7, you can always find us at theheartofhospice.com. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening and leave a rating or a review on Apple Podcasts.
To connect with us, you can send an email to host@theheartofhospice.com. You can also find us on social media. And remember, no matter who you are or where you are in your hospice journey, you are the heart of hospice.